Hello and welcome to our latest video. This is going to be the last video of 2021. It's been a great year. If you've bought a case over the last year, or for that matter since we've been doing this, going full hog doing this, so that's nearly 2 years now, thank you so much for supporting us. We've had a great time. It's been brilliant. 2021's been really good. We've sold lots and lots of cases. It's just been phenomenal, everything that's been going on. If you see me looking in this direction every now and again, it's because normally I'll do this off the cuff, and I know a lot of people commented and they like that, but I always forget things. So I've got a little checklist here, so I'll get everything out that I wanted to say. So in this video we're going to talk about what we've been up to and what we're going to do for 2022. So I'm just looking at my little checklist to make sure I haven't forgot anything, and I haven't. So the first thing I want to do is talk about this case, or this computer. So those of you that watch our social media would have seen this yesterday. We posted this yesterday. So this has been built for a family friend for Christmas, for someone for Christmas. So this is what we're going to call in the future. This is going to be called a Chameleon, a Chameleon 64. I mean, as you look at this now, this isn't what it's going to really look like, because it's going to be this colour blue, for argument's sake. We're going to do a lot of different colours, but we're going to have white keycaps. We're still going to keep the grey keys to the side, but the main ones that you can see here that are brown, they're going to be white with black legends on. And the only reason I haven't been able to do this for this particular family friend is because we haven't got the white keycaps, because we need the injection moulds to be able to produce our own keycaps, and we're still a way off from doing that. So this is, if I bring this forward, you can actually see the Chameleon that we're going to do. So that Chameleon little logo there, if I bring it up like that, that was done by Aristocrat Signs about 4 years ago. That's how long we've been doing things like this. And I asked them to design me, because we were going to call it 4 years ago, we were going to call this Chameleon. It might have been 5 years ago actually. I've always had the plan of doing the Vic 20 and all the different colour cases, but it's just been confidence and money. But the real reason really is money. But so this is the what we're going to call the My 64 Chameleon, and this particular model would be the Extreme. So it's not the high-end Ultimate. And what we're going to do for 2022 is I'm going to try and concentrate on producing full systems. Now, how we imagined this whole year to go is we were going to make enough money to be able to do to get the injection moulds commission for the keycaps, so that we can do white keycaps, and then I'll come out with all the Chameleon colours, translucent. A lot of people have been asking for translucent. We're going to do translucent, probably with a backlit mechanical keyboard as well. And the more that this year's been going on, the more I've realised that we're not going to be able to do this unless we do a crowdfunding campaign, because we don't make much money out of these. And I'd have to sell, at the present moment in time, we'd have to sell about 10,000 to be able to make enough money to be able to commission the keyboards, because we're not making much money because of the cost of the components, especially this mechanical keyboard. So the only realistic way to be able to do this is a crowdfunding campaign. I've tried to do this a few years ago, 2017, 2018. I was going to launch a crowdfunding campaign through Indiegogo, and I got as far as doing everything. I got as far as the point where I was going to launch, and I lost confidence, and I didn't think I had enough traction and things like that, and I didn't do it. But now we've got all this behind us where we know people really like this, what we're doing. There's a lot of people interested. I think it's going to work. So we're going to do a crowdfunding campaign. We're going to do the 3 models that Commodore USA did. So we're going to do the bare bones, which is what we do already. We're going to do the Extreme, which is going to be like this. It's not a full gaming PC. This will do most things. It will do retro gaming. It can play games from 5 years ago, you know, something like that. It'll be able to do that on a PC, but it won't be able to do the AAA new games out. It just hasn't got the graphical power to do that. So this would be called the Extreme, and then the Ultimate would be the I don't know if you've watched it on our YouTube channel. We've done a build where we had a GTX 1650 graphics chip embedded within the motherboard. So that would be the Ultimate, where someone would buy that to be able to AAA game and do graphical you know, rendering and all sorts of things. You can do that. So that's the 3 models we want to do. But we want to go further than that. We want to do the Chameleons, we want to do the Vic 20, we want to do so many different things. So the crowdfunding campaign is going to allow us to do that. Hopefully we get enough people interested. What we want to be able to do is send everything we've got left to China and get the whole thing built over there. It's going to be built a lot cheaper, and then enable us to make a little bit of money out of it. But you'll still get it for a really reasonable price. So that's what we're aiming for. This has got the ASRock J5040 inside. We won't be doing that. We'll be doing something else, probably about the same power, but it's going to be a lot cheaper for us. So it'll all be built in China. We won't get involved in the build side of it at all. We're designing side of things, yes. Build side, everything will be done in China. And that leads me on to something else. A few months ago, and this is what I've been doing over the last few months, we approached the people that own the Commodore, the Commodore branding, and the talks have been going on, and it's been agreed that they're going to let us use the Commodore name for the crowdfunding campaign, which is absolutely phenomenal. It's brilliant. So the Commodore name, what it means is we can call our systems the Commodore 64, we can call the Vic 20, we can call it a Commodore Vic 20. We'll have the full logo. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So this is just what we need for the crowdfunding. I've got some rigged up cases just to show you guys what it's going to look like. So here we have the Commodore 64. So those of you that buys one of the systems on the crowdfunding campaign, you will be getting a Commodore 64, and it will be branded all the way around. The case, to be fair, the case is going to be slightly different from this because it'll have to be bigger. It's going to be pretty much a similar size to what the original one of these looked like. A little bit long, you know, a little coming down here a little bit. So that's Commodore 64. Then we have the Commodore Vic 20, same type scenario, and then a slight change. When you get the bare bones model, you'll be getting a case branded like this. So it's still the Commodore 64 C64X, but it's going to be cheaper branding. It's cheaper retail boxes for us. It's going to be plain white, but you've got the familiar red and blue lines on it, but it's still Commodore. That's the main thing. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic they're allowing us to do this. And then on the successful completion of the crowdfunding campaign, then we will be officially allowed to sell all this stuff. It's going to be great. So I'm just going over to see what else. Also, what we're offering on the crowdfunding campaign is all the other stuff. Like you're going to be able to. I'm just reading it. Sorry. So we're going to do tops. So we're going to have. This is basically going to be branded Commodore. It's going to have a lot of stuff on it that's going to be designed. I haven't got all the designs yet. On the back, it's going to have something like "We help bring back the Commodore 64." We're going to really go full hog on all the Commodore branding because it hasn't been used for so long. It's brilliant that they're letting us do this. We're going to do Commodore mouse mats. So something along the lines of this, but it's going to say Commodore 64 as opposed to my retro computer. We're going to do cups. So we've got lots of different things that people can. So if you can't afford to buy one of the cases, you can still go and buy something. You know, do something cheaper, and you're helping us to get funded, basically. So that's what we're doing. I'm just looking on here as well, and the other thing is, because we're going to be launching this crowdfunding campaign, which is going to be sort of like mid-February to mid-February, beginning of March is when we're going to actually launch it. But we need to increase our social presence. So everyone that's watched these videos, gone on our Facebook or Instagram, we need you to share this. We need you to like all the stuff that we do. Share any pictures you've got of your own builds, and we'll just carry on sharing it. We're trying to get our social presence up, you know, because of the crowdfunding campaign that we're going to launch. If you've watched this video, for instance, you really like it, share it on social media. We just need to get our presence up as much as possible. Tag us in the builds. We really do love seeing all, you know, me personally, all the stuff that you've been doing, all the different builds. It's been great watching different ways of doing it that I wouldn't have even thought of. It's been really, really, really good. It's been fantastic. And going forward, 2022, if it's going to be anything like 2021, 2022 is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to be able to launch this, and people, the word's going to get out to so many different people, because you're going to be able to get a Commodore 64 that's a modern PC. You're going to be able to, if you go for the AAA gaming, it's going to have a graphics chip embedded within the motherboard, enabling you to play the top games that are out now today, the AAA games. You're going to be able to play all those at reasonable frame rate, 60 FPS up. You're going to be able to, those of you that want to do it and got the know-how to do that, you're going to be able to play all your retro games. Then if you want to go down to the mid-system, you're going to be able to still do pretty much everything apart from modern games within the last 5 years. This little thing will do that. So it's going to be great that the Commodore 64 is coming back. The Commodore's coming back. Vic 20, Commodore 16. We're going to do a Commodore 16 variant. We're going to do a stretch goal so that we can do the Vic 20, and we're going to do a stretch goal for the Commodore 16. What I'm trying to do is push the Commodore name out as far as we can possibly push it. So it's going to be phenomenal that all these products that haven't been around for so long are coming back. The brand name is going to be used again. It's brilliant. I've got to thank a few people. So I've got to thank basically Commodore Corporation for letting us do this. I've also got to thank Individual Computers, because they've got a license with Commodore as well, and they could have blocked this and said no, we don't want it, we don't want someone else using the name. They didn't. So Jens, if you're watching this, thank you so much for allowing us to do this. So it's exciting times. I've known about this for a while now, but I didn't want to say anything just yet until now. So we're working with a Chinese company that actually helped design this keyboard originally back in 2010. So they worked with TG3 and they produced the backplate and some other bits and bobs, and TG3 produced the actual motherboard. Well, the Chinese firm that's going to do this now, they're producing everything. So we're going to have a backlit keyboard that's going to be translucent. We're going to have with this crowdfunding campaign, it's going to allow us to get new keycaps built. It's going to be great because the whole system will have everything. We've got the injection molds for the case, we'll have the injection molds for the keycaps, so we can produce any colour, any variant that we want to in the future. It's going to be great. So imagine the variety of different products that the Commodore brandings are going to allow us to sell. So you'll be able to get a Commodore 64 Chameleon, so you'll have all the different colours, you'll have a translucent version. Those of you that had a Commodore 16 all those years ago and would like a Commodore 16, you're going to be able to get a Commodore 16 in the Commodore 16 colours. The Vic 20, it's great, and 2022 is going to be fantastic. So I've tried to keep this as informative as possible. I'm looking at my little check sheet to make sure I've talked about everything. I'm really looking forward to next year, and I think I've checked everything off there, so I'm back off the cuff now talking about things. I tried to keep it as brief as I could, but cram a load of stuff in. So going back to China, what they're actually doing at the moment is we've nailed down the extreme, so that's all set now, and we know exactly what the extreme is going to have. What we're trying to sort out is the ultimate, which has got the AAA. It can play AAA games. So we're trying to get that set so it's all done. So we can get the pricing through. So I've got the pricing for the bare bones, and I've pretty much got the pricing for the extreme. It's the ultimate we're waiting for, and the ultimate's proving to be quite elusive, to be fair, at the moment. It's a bit of a pain because of motherboard issues, really. But anyway, so you know, hopefully next month we get all that homed in and we can finish off configuring the crowdfunding campaign ready to go. It's going to be, I think we're going to use Kickstarter, pretty sure. Well, we've got Paul Kitchen, he's doing all of our 3D artwork that we're using, all the rendering. He's done some really good renders. I might even show a render in this video, put it on the front or something like that. And also in this video, you'll have probably seen it by now, I'm using the brand name Commodore. It's brilliant. The other thing I wanted to say before I finish off is I don't know whether we'll get another video out before the crowdfunding campaign starts. We probably will. What else was I going to say? I knew what I was going to say then and I forgot it. What was it I was going to say? Ah, yeah. So how we're going to work this, because the agreement we've got with Commodore, which is, I actually asked for this agreement like this, is as soon as the crowdfunding campaign goes live, the My Retro Computer website shuts down all sales, and we will, if the campaign's successful, we won't be selling anything online anymore apart from doing all the rewards and getting all the rewards out. So what will happen is it will be pretty much sold through third parties. There'll be enough money in there for us to make a little bit, and then the third party shop or whatever will make their little bit. So that's what we're aiming for. So My Retro Computer will stop selling from the launch, from the start of the crowdfunding campaign to the end of it. We won't be selling anything, and if it's successful, we won't be selling anything. You know, again, it'll all be done through third parties, Amazon and places like that, and also shops. Ideally, it'd be great if we could get the shops from, you know, shops that originally sold the Commodore 64. It'd be great if we could get Commodore 64s into those type vendors if there is any left, you know, especially in the States and things like that. So that's what we're looking at doing. Now, when it comes to this, the great thing about this crowdfunding campaign that makes it unique from other crowdfunding campaigns is the fact that we've actually got a product that we sell already. So the product exists. So it's not, the risk is diminished considerably because the product's already in existence and we already sell it on our website anyway. So it makes the crowdfunding campaign so much more appealing because the product exists anyway. But we've got to give ourselves a decent amount of time to do this, because we've got to, so it's not like we can do the crowdfunding campaign and then as soon as it's over we can send all the pledges out and everyone gets their rewards and everything. It's not going to work like that, because one, we've got to ship everything over to China, which is going to take two months. I couldn't believe it when I found out the actual shipping times. I thought it was going to be a lot quicker than that. 2 to 3 months it's going to take to get everything over to China, because it's going to go by boat or ship or whatever you want to call it. So we've got that to factor in. Then we've got to factor in the injection moulds for the keycaps. That's going to take a few months to make. Okay, they can be getting on with that while they're waiting for all the stuff to turn up. But we've had to give ourselves a decent sized window, because what I don't want to do is be late on getting everything to the backers. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to be, if anything, be ahead of time. So for argument's sake, say we said the crowdfunding campaign gets funded at the end of March, just for argument's sake. It's probably not until, at least until Christmas, before we can get all the rewards out, because we need that amount of time to do everything that we're going to do. We've got to fine tune everything. So that for 2022, I think I've pretty much covered everything that we're going to be doing. But between now and the start of the crowdfunding campaign, if you want to buy one of these, not the blue ones, but the standard Vic 20 and the standard My 64, they're on the website. They're going to be on the website until we launch the crowdfunding campaign. And for the rest of this week and next week, from now until the end of the month, we've got another little discount going to free up some funds for ourselves for doing the crowdfunding. So there's 25% off, and that's off everything on the site. So that's the My 64, the Vic 20, and the Pi My ITX. Get that out right. That's all 25% off. Now the coupon code for that is Christmas. So if any of you guys want to get one of these before the end of Christmas, you might, if you get in there early, like I don't know, today, you might be able to get it before Christmas if you're in the UK. The USA, you'll probably still get it before Christmas. I don't know what it is with America from the UK, but we're sending stuff. UK. So if someone in the UK buys one of these computers, right, and someone in America buys one, and I send them out, don't ask me why, but you Yanks will get it before Joe Blogg's UK chap will. I don't know what it is, but 2 days and it's in America and it's being delivered. And I've had it where we've got someone in Scotland that's bought one, and I've shipped them out at the same time, and someone in California has got their case before the person in Scotland's got theirs, and it's in the same car. I just don't know what it is. But so if you order on Monday, you'll probably get it before Friday in the States, and you'll get it before Christmas. I can't say that for anywhere else, especially Europe. You'll be lucky to get it by December 2022. Europe is an absolute nightmare. I know it's all because of Brexit and everything else, but I'm joking, by the way. You'll get it sooner than that. But if I send something out to Europe, it's like 2 weeks. It's, you know, when it's like 60 miles away. France from me now, 60 miles away, and it will take 2 weeks to get there. It's a joke. It really is. We should never have left Europe, I don't think. But anyway, so I think that's everything I've had to say. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and I hope this horrible pandemic's over next year. This Omicron thing is terrible, and I hope it's over. Stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you next year. And I can't wait for 2022. Thanks for watching this video. My throat's going from where I've been talking so much, but hey, Commodore is coming back. It's brilliant, and we'll catch you later. Bye.